Okay, good morning from day one of the Mind Overland Mid-Atlantic BDR. Denise and I drove up yesterday, got here right around 3 o'clock, and we're just outside Harrisonburg, Virginia. And this is the first morning, and these are all of this is everybody who's going to be camping with us for the next couple days. So this is a 3-day trip. We're leaving out this morning about 8:30, and then we'll be making our way through West Virginia and Maryland and places in between. And then on Sunday we'll end at about noon, and then make our way home. Okay, so we are just getting ready to head out. It's 8:23. We have had our driver's meeting, brief, and we're lining up to roll out and do a roll call. And yeah, we're going to get after it today. Actually, take it back. We're not really getting after it. There's no technical stuff on this trip. This is the Mid-Atlantic BDR, so it's a lot of actual blacktop and stuff. But it's still going to be a good trip, and we're excited about it. So we'll see what we see. So we just left our camp area this morning. We most of us rallied up last night. Actually, everybody got in last night. Some of us got in later than others. But so we are just now on the road. Evidently, most of this trip is going to be hardtop, but it is a backcountry discovery route, Mid-Atlantic stretch, and so we're going to be in some really pretty scenic areas and stuff. It's just not like we're going to be trail riding. There's 15 rigs.
15 is through the lights.
As you just heard, 15 is through the light. So there's 15 of us on this particular trip. This is the first time I've ever been on one of the Mind Overland trips where the trip was completely full as far as rigs and drivers and everything. So, which is cool. Good group of people. Frank is our longest distance driver. He came all the way from Texas yesterday and got in about 2:30 last night. So he's got to be running on fumes and caffeine and just grit and determination. So shout out to you, Frank. Looking forward to this weekend. All right. I hope you stick around and see what we see. So we've been on road for about 30 minutes now, and we still haven't even got to the entrance to the BDR, but it's a pretty area. I mean, just for the country setting and the farms and everything like that, you can see the mountains off in the distance and stuff, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty. Getting through all the town stuff and getting held up at lights and getting our string of convoy vehicles broken up, and it's been probably taking us longer than it would if you were just doing this singularly or just onesies and twosies, but we're getting there. I promise you, we're getting there. It's safe to say that we're currently on the BDR. I mean, we are not a house in sight. You know, the only thing is we're just on the hardtop, but it's a beautiful area. It's tree covered. It's nice, shaded. I think this is going to be pretty good. We're making great time, but we're not in a hurry to go anywhere either. So.
We got beauty in Texas, don't get me wrong, but I mean, this is pretty.
Alright, so we just turned off the hardtop and we're on some national forest trail, which is nice. So get a little bit of diversity, a little bit of dirt action. I'll take it. Evidently it's not going to be much. I think he said the ratio is like a 90-10, 90 hardtop, 10 dirt. So hopefully this is just a small portion of the 10% of the dirt. But so far, beautiful.
Must be a forerunner problem. I had no issues with my Iron Man. Driver error. But I'll count that too then. Okay, you misunderstood. I didn't have a problem with it. Just letting you know that it gets a little bumped.
They've all been like they sent me the wall kit too. So there's all these apple trees everywhere. So we were like heaven. They're like hanging out with the goats, and they're like
My wife's like, you're horrible. I'm like, I know. I said that. But it's the Chinese.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, so we had to like go away from them. They were like following us and shit.
Good morning, everybody. It is day 2. Technically, yes, day 2 of our MOL Mid-Atlantic BDR trip.
Yeah, a few oncoming
We
vehicles.
just left our campsite and we are making our way to back to the main road, and then we're going to have a fuel stop, and then we're going to get back after it. Today is mostly going to be hardtop backcountry roads, not any actual like Forest Service or anything like that. So we got some distance to cover, but the scenery is still supposed to be, you know, beautiful. So we'll see how the day goes. All right, catch you later. Bye. Watching this video might be thinking that you spend a lot of time on the hard top and this is not really overlanding or whatever, and there's a point to be made about that, but the point of these trips for Mind Overland is to get like-minded people, veterans, out and to enjoy the camaraderie that you once had when you were in the service. You know, sometimes it's difficult for service people to relate to their civilian counterparts, and so this is just an opportunity to get veterans together, who enjoy the outdoors, who enjoy, you know, nature and camping and seeing beautiful sights, and just having that camaraderie, sitting around a campfire or just sitting around talking old war stories and stuff. So yeah, you're right, this is not your typical overlanding trip with 15 rigs and a lot of time spent on the pavement, but for this particular purpose, that's not the intent. So, you know, just be aware of that if you're watching this video. If you've made it this far and you're like, oh, this is kind of boring. Yeah, I get it. You want to see beautiful vistas and shelf roads and technical trails and everything like that. But again, that's just not the point of this particular group of you know, participants. So if that makes any sense. Alright, hope you're still watching, hope you're enjoying. If you've not done so already, I'd appreciate it if you give this video a like, maybe. Subscribe, hit the subscription button, and if you got any questions about anything, leave a comment below, I'd appreciate it. But, alright, keep on going. See, you still get some pretty sights even though you're on a paved road or backcountry road. It doesn't all have to be rocks and dust and mud. To still get some pretty scenery out here. If you're so inclined, I would highly encourage you to look up the Mid-Atlantic BDR and see where it can take you. You know, it goes all the way from where we're at down in Virginia, all the way up through Maryland, or excuse me, West Virginia, Maryland. I believe it even extends all the way up into Pennsylvania and New York. So if you're so inclined, give it a look. Go out and have your own adventure. You never know what's around the next curve. says we have just hit the 100-mile mark for the day.
Yay!
Okay guys, so this is our last little stretch. I think we got about 30 some miles left to get to the place we're going to be camping for the night. We have been on the road, not counting our little pit stops, roughly just a little over 6 hours. So probably 6.5 hours total for the drive today. We're at 132 miles. So yeah, this is probably the last little bit of video for this one. I get some campfire shots or camp setup shots for this evening, but that's going to be about it. We will pick this back up tomorrow morning. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It is day 3 of the Mind Overland Mid-Atlantic Backcountry Discovery Route. We just left our camp spot for last night's, the last night of the trip, and we've got about 40 miles that we're going to make, get us back close to the interstate, and then we will break apart and everyone will head home to their respective homes. And it's been a great trip. We got some rain last night, but it wasn't anything horrific. I think everyone survived it just fine. So yeah, we'll see what today holds. I think today is mostly blacktop, so but there still could be some really pretty scenery. So we'll just see what we get. Well, folks, that'll do it for this trip. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already done so, please give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. Until next time, this is Brent from Joint Forces Explorations, reminding you to get out there and have your own adventures.